What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? What's up? How you doing today? It's your gardener with Skinny Boy Randy. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, you guys. I know my videos have been sporadic. I've been moving and shaking and shaking and moving. Okay. Thank you so much for being patient and being here. We're about to get back into the groove of things. We are in February, and now it's the time to start thinking about spring. Yes, gardening only stops, and it really doesn't stop at all, but it slows down a little bit in the winter because you're limited on what you can put outside versus if you have a big greenhouse, then you can just grow all year long. But everybody doesn't have that because we all ain't got no money. I do have a small greenhouse, and then I have one that's outside, but I put it in the garage to keep it from getting frozen and blown over by the elements. We got snow today, y'all. We got snow this morning. Yes, just a light dusting, but it was nice to look at for a couple of hours on my way to work. So thank you, Lord, for the snow. Okay. Yes, you guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy. Where beginners and experts are always welcome. I love having you guys here. You are the best group in the world. Okay. Also, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down, just not the two middle fingers. Okay. Also, if you can, join and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. It's down there. It should be down there somewhere. Doesn't cost you anything, free of charge. Yeah, and if I can't answer a question here, head on over to the Facebook group and then slide on back over here because if I can't answer a question here, somebody's going through what you're going through over there. And those are some question answering people. Okay. That group is called Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy, where beginners and experts are welcome, as will also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So let's just dive right into the video, you guys. Got a lot going on in my life. Like I said, I've been traveling. I've started a travel business because people are wanting to see more of my life outside of the garden. You know, I get a lot of requests of people like, okay, what do you do when you're not in the garden? We see you traveling all the time. Tell us a little bit about that. So, no, this is not turning into a travel channel. No, you guys, it's going to remain a gardening channel. I'm starting a whole new channel for that side of my life and my businesses. I'm trying to grow businesses, y'all. I don't want to work for somebody forever. Okay, we're trying to be bosses up in here. So thank you so much for being patient. The TV show is about to come up. If you haven't heard of that, this is going to be my third season on Virginia Homegrown. I am so thankful. Yes, I'll be on Virginia Homegrown starting, I think it's in March. And then they have also asked me to do the social media video clippings for each episode. So you'll get to see me in each episode. So this is like totally awesome. Awesome. Well, I think you'll see me on their Facebook page every episode, something like that. But either way, I'll be making a homemade video on my own, and they'll still be coming out and videoing me in my yard and doing different things, but I'll be making my own clippings a little bit more relaxed, and they'll be sharing them with you guys. So make sure you tune in to Virginia Homegrown the last Tuesday of every month, starting in March all the way through, I believe, October. And yes, you guys, it's a great TV show. It's on public uh, PBS and VPM, their affiliates, and you can find it on your local PBS channels, or you can watch us on Facebook, and you can go to Virginia Homegrown website page and watch it. Okay, enough of the preliminaries, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I want to share with you, I think 10, maybe 11, you know how I do, seeds that I'm going to be starting now in February, so they will be ready to be transplanted after my last frost date. If you don't know what your last frost date is, just Google it. Google last frost date and type in your city and state, and it'll bring up the zone that you're in. Okay, and a zone is just an estimate of what the weather is going to be like for the year in your area. So let's just dive right into this video. Shout out to Honest Seed Co. .com for supplying us with another batch of wonderful different seeds this year, you guys. I'm going to be showing you some different things that I've never grown before, but I want to try them, and I want to be able to share with you how to try them. Okay, so today I just want to share with you how to prepare to get your seeds going indoors, what you're going to need, and then I'm going to share with you some seeds that I will be planting. And it's very simple, you guys. Keep it short and sweet and simple. Don't overthink it. Now, some people use seed starting mix. I like to make my own out of perlite and peat moss, and I just mix it together, 2 parts peat moss to 1 part perlite or vermiculite, and just mix that together because the seed has all of the coatings that it needs inside itself to get it growing and germinated. And then after a few weeks, you want to start adding a light fertilizer. So make sure you have your seeds, Make sure you're planting the right seeds at the right time. Always read the seed packet. Make sure you have a, uh, if you can, get a heat mat. If you're growing indoors, try to have a heat mat. This will help accelerate the germination because it'll make the soil a little bit more warm. Make sure you have a tray to hold your seedlings in, so when it's time to transplant them out, you don't have to do them one container at a time. You can use an aluminum foil baking pan and just sit that right on your heat mat and put your growing containers in there. Make sure you have containers. You can use the styrofoam cups, red cups, or you can use store-bought containers, whatever you can afford, okay? Because I ain't got no money. I use the same stuff over and over and over, and I just sterilize it because I'm going to be growing indoors, and I don't want any fungus, gnats, and other flying around pests like that. So, yeah, make sure you have your grow light. Yes, not just a regular light bulb. Because your seedlings will get very leggy, and I'm going to show you what that's all about in the video when we start planting the seeds, which is going to be next. And so you got your heat mat, you have your grow light, you have your seed starting containers, you have your watering tray because you want to water your seedlings from the bottom if at all possible to keep the top from getting real wet and um, producing fungus. So yeah, that's a good way to do it. Also, very important, you need a small fan, whether it be an oscillating fan. You don't want it just blowing directly on your seedlings, but you want to give them a little movement. And I just have a little clip fan that I put on them, and it just lightly blows it. I put it on low, and it'll just make them think that they're feeling a little of Mother Nature's wind. Okay, so let's just dive right into the seeds that we're going to be planting, you guys. And also, don't forget when you first see that seed pop up out of the soil, I don't care if it's just a little nub, you put that sucker 2 to 3 inches under your grow light, no less than 2 to 3 inches, because it's going to get leggy. Okay, now I have a super duper grow light thanks to a company that sent me that, and it's the opposite because it's so high in lumens and kelvins that you can put your things down lower. So, but most grow lights, you're going to want them 2 to 3 inches or close as possible without actually touching the light. Okay, so first thing we're going to get into is collard greens. You can start your collard greens indoors, and they'll be ready to go outside after your last frost date. Kale is another good one. You can even start some tomatoes. I have some cherry tomatoes growing right now, but you can start whatever type of tomatoes that you like. I don't really like to start them too early because they grow super duper fast, and I don't want them to grow too fast to where they outgrow my grow room in the house. So I may wait a couple of weeks on those, but you can start those later if you're in like past zone 7, like 8 and 9. But I'm in zone 7, so I'll plant mine in a couple of more weeks. Then peppers. Peppers. Get your peppers in the in your grow containers indoors because they take a very long time. And then by the time spring hits and they like the really warm weather, you'll have a nice transplant to put out in your garden. You don't have to plant a whole bunch of them at one time, but get you some so you'll be ready. I will be buying some transplants this year as well for things that I know that I really like that I don't grow indoors, but I have a local nursery that we can go and pick up some of those things and they'll be ready for our garden. Also, don't forget your pollinators. These are some marigolds we're going to be putting in the ground. I'm doing big chili peppers. I'm doing cayenne peppers. I'm doing bell peppers, all types of peppers, cayenne peppers, all types. I said your collard greens. Eggplant is another one. People think, oh, it's too early. Eggplant takes a really long time to kind of grow. So I'm going to try a few of them a little early just so I can have some nice starter plants. And I do have a nice size grow room indoors. If you want to think about growing some cabbage, the head, so you can start that now. And when the weather breaks, because cabbage can handle a lot of cold weather, I still have some out there now. Soon as your soil is workable, you can start putting that cabbage transplant into the ground. Now, lettuce, you can grow this indoors and eat it indoors, or you can grow it if you just want to grow some lettuce and have it on hand when you need it. You can do that. I'll probably maybe plant one or two little things just for salads and things like that. Also, your broccoli. Broccoli takes a while to grow. And if you want to grow it in the springtime, you want to go ahead and start at 8 to 12 weeks, which is almost 3 months before your last frost date. Okay, so you want to get those plants in the ground right now and they'll be ready to go. Onions and leeks. You can do your onions and leeks right now. I have some growing indoors, and I'll be planting some leeks today. So yeah, more Big Jim chili pepper. Shout out. I love these grow bags from Honest Seed because they're little Ziplocs and you can see the seeds and you have the label and it protects them from water or anything like that. And when you opening up the paper packets, hey, I just like Honest Seed Co.'s packaging method. Thank you so much, Honest Seed Co. They also sent me, excuse me, y'all, a grow microgreens growing kit. It's a tray and some cloth in there, and I have to read the instructions on how their kit works. So I'm going to show you when I do that as well. So yeah, you guys, those are some things, maybe 10 or 11 things that you can be starting right now in February for your spring and summer garden. I hope this helps you out just a little bit. If nobody told you they love you today, Skinny Boy Randy loves you. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for being here. I ain't forgot about y'all. I've just been doing and moving and shaking. And like I said, winter slows me down a little bit, but now we're picking back up. You can actually see the buds on the trees are starting. So I know Mother Nature is doing her thing, okay? So thank you guys so much for being here. Remember, click like and subscribe, leave a comment, share the video with all your social media. Also, head over to my Facebook group, Instagram, and Twitter. You can just Google Skinny Boy Randy and it'll come up with all my social media. Check out Virginia Homegrown. I love you guys. You are absolutely amazing. Now it's time for me to go indoors and start planting some more seeds, okay? Remember, live, love, laugh, you guys. Grow stuff and eat it. You are the best. Now let me find the button to turn off the camera. Oh, here you go.